Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot and this is a tarot card reading for Sagittarius. All Sagittarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you've got Sagittarius in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. So let's begin. Messages for Sagittarius, please. What does Sagittarius need to know? All right, first of all, I was hearing earth magic. And I have a couple of different earth magic books on the side here. So you've got the overall energy is the Five of Swords, and we had the Ace of Swords on the split. So it looks like you're going to be clearing up some kind of a disagreement, argument, some kind of conflict here. But let's see, I want to grab and do a little bibliomancy for you, if you like that idea. I'm just going to open up, and it says string magic. Okay, so string magic. String magic is used to retrieve lost objects, but can also be used for missing persons or animals, according to free will, of course. String magic is performed at the altar or at a comfortable table or desk. You will need a piece of string to cover the width of your working surface, actually just a little longer, your work candle or candle of choice, and a small piece of paper. We have found that the handiest string can be the thin white cord that one gets at bakeries, but any string will do if it's not too thick or stiff. Knitting or needlepoint yarn is fine, as is thin ribbon. You must be able to wind your string tightly at the final step. Okay, sit at your table and write the name of the lost object on the piece of paper, adding its equivalent or better. Sometimes we lose something because the time has come for it to be replaced by something even more wonderful. If the object of retrieval is a living being, add according to free will and for the good of all. Carefully fold the paper to approximately this size and shape. This piece of paper now represents the object or being you wish to call back to you. Okay, so you can find string magic ritual if you want to look further into it. This is something you might want to do if this is relevant to you in any way. This may resonate with somebody, string magic. But I think the message here, sometimes we lose something because the time has come for it to be replaced by something even more wonderful. If you want to retrieve a living being and you're trying to do spell work to bring back a lost lover or something like this, you must add according to free will and for the good of all. Because we must respect free will and we must respect the good of all. So what if it's not their will to come back to you? What if it's not good for you or them to come back? I mean, we've got to take into account that sort of thing when we're doing this spell work, when it involves other people. Otherwise, we might not get very good results at all because we're going against the laws of nature, the laws of the universe. And when we do that, we put ourselves against the universe. We are not stronger than the universe, okay? We are part of the universe and the universe is within us, but, all right? So sometimes you lose something because something better is on the way. That may be for you, it may be for somebody else. Take that as it resonates, as you will. I'm also going to read from Earth Magic Hermetic Prophecies real quick. We've got the Three of Cups. Friendship, celebration, group activity, and healing. Okay, so it says the Three of Cups is a card that celebrates friendship, sisterhood, or brotherhood, group activities in the most positive, empowering, and caring way. Also speaks of sharing sorrow, joy, emotional outpourings, in trusted, familiar, safe environments. Let that resonate as it will. That's the message. Okay, so it's like sharing this experience with people who are really your friends. So maybe you have some new friends coming your way, or you have a new positive relationship coming your way. Okay, so let's get into your cards. Overall energy is the Five of Swords. This is conflict. This is mind games. This is like mental anguish. This is somebody who's very ruthless, somebody who's insulted you. This is somebody you maybe have insulted Take it as it resonates. It's up to you. This is offensive language. This is an exchange of fighting words. This is not trying to come to some kind of understanding. It's not just a disagreement where we're trying to figure each other out. You know, it's not something you're just going to be able to work out. You know what I mean? This is a lose-lose situation. It's not about trying to understand each other. Somebody's just trying to win a fight. And they're just going to say whatever they want to say, however they want to say it. They don't care about your feelings, you know. So if this is a part of a relationship that is ending, maybe it's for the best. It looks like somebody here is holding on to something. With the Four of Pentacles, it's like you're holding on to the hope. You're trying to hold back. I mean, the truth is here, so it's like you're getting clarity. Look at that, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Swords. There is a stuck, stagnant energy here that has got to end. It's like you've got to let go. You have to let go. You're being asked to be more flexible. You're being asked to let go of something that is too painful. You cannot hold on to this. Now you know the truth. Something has come to an end. It's for the best. It's for a reason. And look at this. We've got the Knight of Wands, the Two of Cups. This is like new love connection, incoming love connection. There's a passionate love connection here. Maybe you still feel passionately attached. There is an attachment here, and yet it's unreliable. Okay, I feel like somebody has been just kind of playing with you, saying what you want to hear. They're very charming, they're adventurous, they're charismatic, they're like a passionate lover. You really love this person, you feel so deeply connected or whatever. I don't even feel like this connection is all that deep, but far be it for me to say how you feel. It just looks like this is ending. It's over and you have to let it go. And it sucks. It hurts so bad. But there's so much drama here. And maybe part of you kind of enjoys the drama. I just heard like negative attention is better than no attention at all. That's really unhealthy. But I understand. It is understandable. It is maybe even relatable. But it just feels like you or the person you're dealing with, one or the other, is pursuing you, or you are pursuing somebody from a place of love. You are pursuing a relationship with somebody that really, it must come to an end. It's necessary. It is ended for a good reason. Perhaps a different lover is on the way. You're going to meet somebody new. Something better is coming for you. Rejection is protection and redirection. You are seriously being redirected here. You need to see this relationship in a new light. You need to see it in a different way. You're going to have to let it go. The truth will be revealed to you. I mean, Ace of Swords, this is the truth. This is clarity. You are getting clear on a situation that maybe you've been holding on to it a little too long, or somebody's been holding on to you. I think it's you. Let's just say it's you. You don't want to let this go. You don't want to let it go. You're attached to it. I'm hearing that song, Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Built my life around you, but the landslide brought me down. I've been afraid of changing because I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder. Children get older. I'm getting older too. Do you know that song? I love that song. I love that song. You could listen to that song or look up the lyrics. There could be a message in there, but that's what it feels like, the landslide. This is like a landslide that brought you down. Mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? I'm going to cry. I love this song. You can look that up anyway. I got to move on. So that's the message. It's like you've got to move on. You have to let this go. You have to see the truth for what it is. You've got to, like, this represents the end of a stuck or stagnant situation or relationship. I feel like this is a difficult breakup. The Lovers, yeah. The Moon. Look at that. The Lovers, the Moon. The Hermit, the Six of Cups. It's just, I have to end it somewhere, but you see where this is going, right? It's a choice. And you maybe need to do some soul searching. And I'm sorry if I'm telling you something that you don't want to hear, but this is the message I'm getting for you today. I feel like you had a very passionate connection with somebody who was unreliable and maybe kind of superficial. I feel like there's been some conflict, some drama, very dramatic, overkill, too much. And there is a need to be flexible, to let it go, to see it differently, to see the truth and get clarity. So I think you are getting clear. You have the Ace of Swords, and I do feel like you are getting the clarity that you need on this relationship. You're going to realize the truth about this. You're going to realize that, you know what, maybe it was good for what it was for. Maybe it was an experience that I needed to have. In love and gratitude, I hereby release myself and liberate myself. I just heard, in love and gratitude, I hereby release you to the streets where you belong. Okay, well. No, really though, it's like, that's the message. Very straightforward here today. Anything else? Yeah, Eight of Swords. It's like, you got to let this go. You're feeling stuck, trapped. You may even feel like a martyr. Like you feel like you've been victimized. Perhaps you have. Somebody stabbed you in the back. Somebody was real mean to you. This is like serious, ruthless conflict here. Somebody has some serious problems and they're playing games. This guy, whoever it is, girl, guy, whatever, the Knight of Wands with the Five of Swords and the Two, it's like they were playing games. Who is this? Ooh, this is painful. I'm sorry if this is your message, like if this is your story and this is your message, you need to see this clearly. This is painful. I know it hurts. The truth hurts, but it's like you're coming full circle and you're going to be able to overcome this. You're going to be able to let it go and rise above. But I think it's time. This is your message. This is your sign. And you already know. So listen to your own intuition first and foremost. Obviously, if this is not your message, this is not your story, it's for somebody else. This doesn't resonate. Take it as it resonates. That means, how do you feel about what I'm telling you right now? Do you feel like this is true? Or do you feel like this is not true? That's the most important thing. I'm just reading the cards. You take this message, you apply it to your life. Does it fit? Then it's yours. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. It's a general reading for Sagittarius. If you want personal details, we can do a personal reading. You can email me. Somebody here, though, I'm talking to somebody, I'm connecting with somebody who's seeing the truth about a relationship, that they felt they had a deep connection, and maybe they did, but it's not going to last. And they've got to see it differently. They need a change of perspective, and they've got to let something go. I just heard sacrifice. Sacrifice makes sacred. Oh, I just heard, I'm hearing something like a real sacrifice requires blood. I don't know what to make of that. That's like witchcraft, though. That's like, I don't know. We have to respect free will and for the good of all when we're doing witchcraft, or else you're going to get into some really dark magic coming from a dark place that is going to backfire on you. I need you to know that. You need to know that. The messengers that I'm speaking through, the guides I'm channeling right now want you to know, like, if you're going to be doing some kind of magic that disregards or dismisses or tries to override free will and the good of all in order to get what you want, then you might it's going to backfire. You might regret it. It's going to backfire. Okay? It's not going to work the way that you want it to. It's going to bring more pain and suffering, and it's not worth it. So that's the Five of Swords. Winning this argument, winning this fight at such a personal cost that it doesn't even qualify as a win. It's a lose-lose situation. Nobody's going to win. Somebody may be very smug, very arrogant. Maybe they think they've won something. Somebody else looks like they've been defeated, humiliated, embarrassed. They're sorry, whatever. Like, there's no winning, okay? To win is to lose, because you're losing your soul. You're losing your heart. You're losing your integrity. Like, there's a need to stay out of this fight and act with integrity. You're being asked to please have some integrity in the way that you deal with this situation. And if you're the one that's being the player and you're messing with somebody's emotions to get what you want out of them, like, that's not going to work. It's going to backfire. Some kind of karma is going to come around. You're being, like, I feel like somebody's spirit guides are like begging you to please act with integrity and be open and honest and communicate the truth and be clear and focused and honest with yourself and others. And like, you want to be embodying this Ace of Swords energy right now. Okay. And even the Two of Cups, like, okay, you don't have to be committed to a one-on-one relationship for the rest of your life to have love for somebody and to act from a place of love. You're being asked, yeah, taking action from a place of love and truth and clarity. Okay, that's important to this reading. It's like acting from a place of love and light with integrity. Yeah, integrity, morality, the strength of your character. It's necessary. And if this is something that somebody else has proven to you that they don't have, then it's time to see it clearly, because you're not going to change this person. You may need to feel more grounded as well. Do some kind of earth magic like we were talking about. There may be a Three of Cups that could be like a third party situation. Okay, I don't know, but we did it. That's the message. It's something you got to let go. You're going to have to let go of this relationship. Take a step back. And even if this is somebody you feel like you really want to be with them, if they're being shady, if they're being cagey, if they're being flaky, if they're in and out, take a step back right now with the Eight of Swords. Let things play out the way that they're going to play out. Let the universe respond to your manifestations. Take a step back. Let this person show you who they are and believe them. Believe somebody when they show you who they are, right? Who said that? Was it Maya Angelou or something? Believe them? When somebody tells you who they are, believe them? Okay. It's painful though. I'm sorry for your loss. If you're going through something like this, it can be really terrible and it can ruin your life. You don't want to ruin your life. Don't ruin your life for this person, whatever this is. And yeah, I feel like the worst of it is already over in many ways. You're already starting to see clarity, and this is confirming the intuition that you already have. If this is your reading, then it's not telling you anything that you don't already know. It's just meant to confirm what you already know. That this is no good and it has to change. And you can't keep holding on to something that's not meant to be, as hard as that is. And it feels bad. Like, I almost feel kind of bad about saying this, but I know I just have to do my job and be the reader, okay? So anyway, this is the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. You may have seen it before. It's kind of popular and I really, really love this deck. So I just want to get one card to confirm, clarify, and close out the reading. So a closing message that is either going to sort of reiterate what we've already been talking about, or maybe it'll touch upon something or confirm or clarify something that we said, or it'll bring something into this reading that we need to know, some kind of closing message, you know. So if that's interesting to you, then stay tuned for that. We're going to get one card for Sagittarius, please. It's time to see this differently. It's time to let something go, to see the truth, see it for what it is, see it clearly. Okay, you may have a brilliant new idea as well, a brilliant new strategy for moving on or moving forward in a very loving way. Like, I almost feel like you're very spiritual. Obviously, you're watching tarot. Somebody is very spiritual, and you're very like graceful in the way that you're handling this. And that's the best thing you can do, is just like be graceful and have integrity. And just like, you're not allowing yourself to get sucked into this lose-lose situation. You're saying, I love you, but I can't be with you. You're crazy. I love you, but you're fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, that's dismissive, but you know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of thing where it's like, you see that this is going on and you're like, I'm not going to participate in this. I will love you from a distance. I wish you well. I wish you all the best in your life, but I also wish myself all the best, and this is just not it for me, or something like that. You know, it's like you're releasing it with love and gratitude, and I think that's really big of you. And for others of you, you're like, no, I'm not. I'm going to scratch this bitch's car. It's like, okay. And here's the sword. All right. The weapon. It's a weapon. So maybe for some of you, you're in your warrior energy right now with the Ace of Swords. A lot of swords here. We're getting the sword again. So let's read from the book, because I have not yet memorized. And I have the self on the bottom. So you're putting yourself at the center, I think. But we're just going to do the one card. I have not memorized this, so we're going to read from the book. Number 62. All right. Let's see. What does it say? The sword. 60. No, is it 62? Yeah, it's 62. Okay, here we go. That's funny I said that because I saw like you keying somebody's car, like taking a knife and scratching somebody's car, and then the sword came out, and it's the knife, the blade, the weapon. I mean, maybe some of you do have your weapons raised, right? I feel for some, it's more of a gentle, loving release, but for others, you're really angry, you're really upset, and you've got your weapons out, claws out. Or this is somebody you're dealing with. Anyway, let's just read. It says, the knife, the blade, the weapon. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. Oh, it's a cord cutting. It's like a decision needs to be made, right? You're deciding. You're cutting ties. Okay. Separates one reality from another. The choice is made and all else falls away. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind, just like the Ace of Swords, and a willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. So that's that balance between the compassion and the, violence, I guess. It's like maybe sometimes the most honest, the most compassionate thing to do is to be swift and honest in that way. So our first encounter with the sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cutting the cord. This moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming the self. We saw the self at the bottom of the deck. So like you're doing this for yourself. Do this for yourself. Cut this off for yourself. Separate yourself from this lose-lose situation with clarity and decisiveness, okay? You are becoming yourself. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. So in the light, this represents cutting through to what is essential. In the dark, it is hasty, backstabbing, Ten of Swords, a dull and painful blade. If you'd like to go deeper into this archetype, you can look up Marina Abramovic's Rhythm series and Caravaggio's Judith beheading Holofernes. Caravaggio. I think that's a painting. So, contemplate the Buddhist philosophy of the first and second arrow. Swing the sword once with precision and commitment. More than that will be painful for everyone involved. So you don't want overkill. You just need once. One and you're done. All right? You don't have to stab somebody in the back 10 times. One stab is enough. All right? Boundary making, prioritizing, and clarifying are all gestures made possible by the sword. The sword is a metaphor for the pen and the brush, the artist's fierce and graceful tools. The pen is mightier than the sword. Interesting. So maybe you want to write a letter. You don't have to say this to the person's face unless you want to. I get the sense that some of you really do. But you know what? We're going to read for the self. You know what? Screw it. The self keeps wanting to come out. We're going to read for it. Ready? I feel like this is important too. I keep feeling like it's important. We looked at it. If you want more, stay tuned. We're going to read for the self. If you like this, give it a like. If not, I forgive you. I don't know. That's okay too. I don't care. So I really don't care. Let's see. But I do like it when you like my videos. It always makes me feel good. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. So it says the soul, the witness, the watcher. That's the self. The self is the prism that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, prohibit, suppress, or oppress any of its parts. It is as it lovingly knows that all aspects have a time and a place, and leads us to experience the full breadth of life's offerings. The self is the central abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities When this card appears, it is a call to step back. A call to step back into witness consciousness, to observe yourself navigating the world. Ask yourself, am I the stew or am I the chef? In most situations, our ego draws us into the cauldron where we swirl, spin, and smolder in chaos. Yet the self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing as a spectrum of ingredients become the flavor of our life. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see the you behind the you. Yeah, who are you really? When light, this is a card about witnessing, accepting new aspects of the self. When it's dark, it's disjointed, fatigued, diffused energy and purpose. To go deeper, watch Robert Bly and read Kabir's poem, This Clay Jug. It's no surprise that two central mantras in the yoga tradition concern themselves with the self. Experiment with Soham, I am that, and Sat Nam, true identity. If this card is perplexing for you, you are on the right track. It challenges us to expand our sense of identity beyond the little self, and the ego resists such movement. Yeah, so there's a little bit of ego resistance to this change, but it's time to see things differently, time to cut yourself loose, see yourself in a different way, witness yourself going through this transformation, cord-cutting moment, separating yourself. Separation is imminent. Be clear and decisive as you navigate through this difficult, painful moment, I would think. And as much as you can, do it from a place of love, if only for the love of yourself. That's what I think. That's what I see. And that's where I'm going to leave it. So that's what I've got for you today, Sagittarius. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.